Alright guys, what's going on? So today's video is going to be super fun because we're actually taking the town car to crash its first car show. And kind of a car show, more of an off-road truck show, but I think this fits in just fine. So down in El Cajon, California, they have the Cajon Cruise and they're having an off-road specific night tonight. I figured what better car to take than this thing. So I'm going to clean it up. We're almost done with the new front bumper, which you'll see in a future video on how we actually built it. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and clean this thing up. It hasn't been washed in ages. I'm actually going to shine the tires up because it's never too much of a piece of junk to shine up a turd. So let's get right into it. For those of you who might be new around here, this is my 1992 Lincoln Town Car. This thing is quite a sleeper in its own way. So this thing has a full, pretty much race-ready setup in it. It's got suspension seats that are still on the power sliders that do work. You can kind of hear it doing its thing. So these do work. It's got a CB setup in it, which works. So we can talk to each other in desert, full kill switch, full center console, rewired, battery relocated in the back. Power locks, everything does work in this. Power windows, this keypad still works. I can unlock and lock the doors. You can hear right there, I just locked them. I've got a third seat set up in this thing. Here's the harness bar for the harnesses. Got RaceQuip in-date harnesses in this thing. It's got the full RaceQuip harnesses with a harness bar. Shout out to these guys. We have a lot of cool stuff coming this year with these guys. It's got a third seat, which you can see right there. It's got a bunch of junk in it. The spare tire is just chilling over there for right now, which it normally doesn't have. It does have mostly a full interior. The only thing it's really missing is the carpet because obviously you didn't want to light it on fire and ruin it. It does have door panels and and this door we have replaced. This door we did replace, which you saw in a previous video with this thing. If you haven't, I'll link it down below. We went ahead and changed these doors. This car was totaled, so you can see it doesn't really shut very well. You have to kind of slam it aggressively. But the one thing we're missing, we are going to paint this car. We got to put a new quarter panel piece on it. But the rest of this thing's pretty sick. So it's my desert toy. I drive this thing all the way out to the desert, beat the crap out of it, and drive it all the way back on one tank of gas, which is pretty rad. 456 gears, full spool, 8.8 disc brake in the rear. But yeah, this thing's pretty trick. That's my sub $1,000 investment, which is like the most amount of fun for the money. But yeah, here's a shot at the bumper that we're starting to build. So kind of show you guys how we build this. It's actually a pretty cool video. But yeah, I'm always looking for more stuff to do with this car specifically because it's the one car that's always ran and drove. We've never messed with the engine on this thing. We never will. The air conditioning works, heater works, and this car passes smog. So there's no reason to mess with something that works. This thing works very well. The one thing we are going to do is put that new quarter panel piece on and fix the dent. I want this thing to look like a nice straight car again. We're actually going to paint it into a full off-road race car livery on it, which I cannot wait to show you guys in the near future. I think that's clean enough for my standards. Now the only thing we got to do is shine up these 11-year-old tires. I think with date code, where is it? Right there it is. Oh yeah, 1/1/2010. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but these are from 2010. So these things are 11 years old and they still work awesome. I've only blown up 1 out of 6. That's pretty good if you ask me. But this thing cleans up pretty nice, even though it doesn't look like it. It's actually significantly cleaner. The one thing we do got to put too is we got to put our little fancy dancy antenna in here. Oh, there we go. It's a proven fact that if you have an antenna or any sort of whip on a car, automatically look like a race car, like instantaneously when you put that thing on. So I'm gonna put it on. All right guys, so the last thing we're gonna do is shine these tires up. What we're gonna be using today is the Meguiar's Insane Shine Tire Foam. So this stuff, it actually works wonders. We've used it on Sean's. Sean's are actually more gray than these, but these, as you can see, they're 11 years old. They've lost all of their color. You can see it better on this rear one. I mean, these things are pretty much the same color as the rest of the car. They're gray, they're light. We're gonna darken it up and fix up with this. And the only thing you gotta do is just spray them on. So check it out. Just shake this thing up real quick, kind of go in a big fat circle. So it might take a couple passes just because the tire is so big. Oh yeah, there it is. Perfect. I'll just let that sit, and when it comes back and dries, it'll look absolutely incredible. Watch. All right, well, I think we're just about ready. Tire shine's not quite dry yet, but you can totally tell the difference. They actually look like tires again, new tires that are 11 years old, but nobody has to know that. So hop in the town car, get on the show. But we're gonna head down the hill, take this thing out of the show. I cannot wait to see everybody's reaction when they see this thing. It's the first time it's been cleaned up in a while, so I'm pretty stoked to see that. But got air conditioning, so I'm gonna enjoy it on the way down there. See you guys then. I'm telling you guys, this thing's a great daily. Minus the 11-year-old tires part, but other than that, flawless daily, even with the lift. Who cares? Definitely needs an alignment though with that camber issue in the front. This thing has like 6 degrees of camber in the front, so I should probably fix that. So I launched it off a jump, but I hit bump really, really hard, so I messed the alignment up. All right, so we're just about here. I can see it like all the way down there. Those roads are closed. So it's kind of similar to Cruising Grand, just different day, different group organizes it, but same thing. So not sure where they're gonna park this piece of junk, but hopefully we get a decent spot. We're a little bit late, starts at 4 and it's 4:30, so hopefully we can still get a spot. But I don't know, I know how Cruising Grand goes, so it should be a pain, maybe. Hopefully not. All right, let's hopefully get a good spot, maybe.
84?
92.
92.
92, yes sir.
Yeah, you can't park in here.
Really?
It's an 80s or older.
Oh, then it's an 89 because it's the same car. I'm not even kidding, it's the same exact car.
What?
Well, then this is an 89 because they're the exact same car.
80 or older,
Oh,
so you're
okay.
still wrong.
Oh, got it.
Just go park over here in the... Today only!
Okay, I don't come, I work Cruising Grand, so I don't come here.
$30!
Yeah.
No, I don't get to charge them, go to the left.
Thank you. Right here, to the left? Okay. Should I just back in?
That one.
Okay, I was gonna say back in. All right, thanks, buddy. All right, guys, freaking made it up. Got a pretty good spot right on the end, actually. Being late, this isn't a bad spot. It's like either that end, and I'd rather be on the end than in the middle, which is cool. But I was told the entire show is 1980 and older. I thought it was like just whatever for this one, but being it's off-road night, you can see there's a bunch of Broncos and other things behind me, so they allowed me in for this time. Maybe next time I'll just say it's a 77. They won't be able to tell the difference. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hopefully a lot of people kind of walk around once it starts picking up, and we'll see some people's reactions. I'm curious what people think of it, because I've never actually taken this to like a legitimate show per se, but it looks pretty good. Pretty happy. It's literally right when I got here, a guy walked up, he was super stoked about it, telling me about Class 6, I guess, and score with sedans. Yeah, off-road night's one of my favorites. I don't come to this cruise very often because it's kind of out of the way, and none of my own friends really come here that often. But the off-road one's super sick because of all the different like trucks that show up. And usually there's a lot of F100 pre-runners, and I can see a couple over here, so let's go check them out. Got a couple pre-runners over here. That's an interesting clip. I don't know if I like that. I've seen this on a couple trucks. The conversion OBS glass. But this truck's pretty sick. So it's got coilovers and links in the back. It's clean though. You guys can see in there 3 seats. Yeah, this is cool. That's what Sean needs to do to his, kind of panel in the whole back and just get rid of the bed. Oh, he kept the bed. That's kind of cool. You can see we got Travis's truck over here. I'm surprised he brought it. I didn't think he was gonna bring it, but this thing's total sleeper. Nobody realizes how capable this thing is, but this thing's pretty sweet. That was the first thing I saw when I rolled up. I was like, oh dang, Travis is here. But you can see his rock sliders and all this crazy suspension. This truck is a total sleeper. Absolute sleeper. He's also got I think this is the PRP bench. I don't know, we'll catch him walking around. Then it's got my old headliner in it. So, and then these are doors and the hood off of another truck I had. It's got a bunch of spare parts, but there's a really cool story behind this truck. You guys haven't heard it already, but hopefully I'll find him walking around. I don't even know if this thing's street legal. No windshield, no nothing. It's kind of cool. I definitely want to build a pre-runner one day out of a single cab 71 F100 and make like an off-road version of my own truck. This thing's pretty sick. I actually really like these tires, but I think they're on a 15-inch rim. Yeah, these are on a 15. I think these would look sick on the town car. They're also probably super expensive. Sean's probably so stoked. He said there's 3 super cabs here. Here's one of them, and there's a crew right there. So he was like, I'm not the only super cab, because he always ends up being it. And then you got an uncut Bronco. Look at that. This thing's got full seats in it and everything. If anyone wants to sell me a crew cab, trade for one of my ugly, crappy vehicles, I would be more than happy to give you a Galaxy for a crew cab. We got the OG, we got Sean's big beautiful turd out here. Definitely need to cut and buff this thing and repaint a couple panels because of our crunch time, but at least the paint on a few of these panels came out absolutely awesome. You can see that color, it's freaking rad. He dailied this. He drove this thing all the way to like an hour drive to work and back today. But he's been driving this thing a lot, which is pretty sick. After Arizona, he did nothing but drive it. You can see he's got his coilovers we did in here, and his full suspension setup, and his full interior setup, full center console and quick release and all that stuff. But he's running around. I was talking to him earlier. Oh, never mind, he's right there. Big bright yellow shirt. Yep. There it is. Oh yeah, take your hat off. You see that freedom. Oh, you gotta shake. You can't. Oh yeah. I think I gotta get mine next. I haven't cut it yet, but I think we're gonna cut the sides of it off. Let the mullet run free. That is a clean Bronco. She's all lonely all by herself. I apologize for the music in the background. Obviously I can't do much about that, but if there's ugly, annoying music in the background, I'm just trying not to get demonetized. So I can still talk in these videos, so yeah. But yeah, no, that tire shine, now you guys can actually see it. Yeah, so this tire shine actually like works wonders. Just after a 40-minute drive, they're still like perfect now. Well, it makes the car look so much better. All right, I see two rad high boys. I'm gonna go look at them, but it's right next to the speaker, so I cannot put audio over it, so yeah. All right, we might be able to have audio on this one. The speaker's facing the other way. But damn, this thing's sick. This thing's really clean too. Wow, the whole interior on this thing. Wow, that's nice. This thing's straight too. And they got, oh, this brings back some memories. So this is what I wanted mine to look like, the whole tractor tire and the old school steely and everything. Yeah, it looks really good. I like that. This thing's also been like fully cut and buffed too. Look at that paint. I think we're just gonna send it and do it my truck. I've been holding off for years, but I think realistically my truck has that like chalky paint finish and I like this a lot better. It's a little bit polished, so I think we're just gonna send it. I'm just really afraid I'm gonna ruin it, so. Hey, look at that lonely race car. Heck yeah. It's kind of funny, there was a bunch of people that were coming up and like super stoked about it and asking a bunch of questions on it, and they're looking for more information about it, and there's a tag, Instagram handle on the window, but this Instagram handle is the race program that like the car was built for, so like I think they thought it was my Instagram, so they're looking for a bunch of stuff, which there is a lot of photos on this car on that Instagram handle, but I was like, yeah, I don't have an Instagram handle on this car, but I realized I was like, I don't want to be one of those guys that has like my Instagram on the side of it, because it's like I don't really care, but yeah, a lot of people seem to like it. This thing was fun. It was one of those like, you're not technically supposed to be here, but we'll let it slide kind of things. So I was really happy that the guys at the gate let me actually park this thing. We're gonna head back home now. I'm gonna work on this thing a little bit more when we get back, but I'll catch you guys up when we're back in the house. All right, guys, well, there you have it. We are back home. The town car is definitely that like underestimated car in the fleet. It doesn't get much appreciation, but man, I love this thing. But we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna be picking up with the Fox in the following video. I may have gotten a little bit carried away with this car, as I do with a lot of things, but I promise it's all under control. I mean, I think I know what I'm doing, at least I hope so. But you guys are definitely gonna not want to miss the next video, because we're gonna be picking it up with this thing. We are gonna finish up the town car's front bumper. It'll be a really cool video showing how we built that thing. It came out flawless, and I cannot wait to show you guys the finished product. We're also gonna be working on getting some of the bodywork stuff figured out so we can paint that car. That'll be a cheap, quick backyard paint job. It'll be like a $200 paint job. That'll be something cool. I can't wait to show you guys as well in the next couple weeks. But so go ahead and like the video if you did enjoy it. Let me do a thing down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then. Bye, guys.